You are Sir Henry Norris. It's 1532, and you hold the most coveted and most misunderstood position in Tudor England. You are the groom of the Stool. Yes, that means exactly what you think it means. And no, you're not embarrassed. You're dangerous. Hampton Court Palace, before dawn. You've been awake for an hour, preparing the close stool, a velvet-covered box with a pewter pot inside, padded with down and ribbons like a throne. Because that's exactly what it is. You scatter rosewater and herbs, fresh linen, the pewter gleams. A lesser man would find this degrading. You know it's the key to the kingdom. Here's what nobody outside these walls understands. In Tudor England, access is everything. Access is survival. Access is power. And you have access to the King of England at his most vulnerable moment every single day. The bell rings. Henry VIII summons you to his privy chamber. Yes, that's where the word comes from. The athletic prince who once vaulted onto horses is gone. In his place, a man with a festering leg ulcer, unpredictable mood swings, and a body that's rapidly expanding. But right now, he needs you. You help him settle onto the close stool, and then the magic happens. Not the biological magic. Though yes, that's happening too. The political magic. Because when a man is literally at his most vulnerable, he talks. And Henry VIII talks a lot. These private moments are where policy shifts, where the king voices doubts he'd never admit in council, where he complains about ambassadors, mutters about the Pope, questions his decisions. You've mastered the art of reading subtext. You murmur agreement at precisely the right moments. You plant seeds. You never push. The best advice is the advice a king thinks he invented himself. This is why you earn a substantial income, more than most knights. Why you have your own servants, your own apartments, your own place in royal processions. You're not just attending to bodily functions. You're hearing state secrets, influencing policy, steering England's future while the king contemplates his digestion. The king finishes. You work with practiced efficiency, swift, thorough, dignified. There's an art to this you've perfected over years. You examine the contents because you must. The king's health is your responsibility. Too dark? He needs vegetables. Too pale? Less wine. You'll mention it to the royal physicians later, carefully making it seem like their idea. You help Henry dress, layer by layer. His mood has shifted. You've just steered him away from potentially catastrophic decisions and toward ones that might actually work. He thinks he figured it all out himself. The day continues. You're always within earshot. When he hunts, you're there. When he dines, you stand behind his chair. When he holds council meetings, you're in the corner, apparently invisible, definitely listening. Other courtiers spend fortunes on clothes and banquets, trying to get 5 minutes of royal attention. You get hours, every single day. You also handle his personal finances, another duty of the groom of the stool. You know exactly how much he's spending on jewels. You know about secret payments to scholars. You know which nobles are drowning in debt and which are hoarding gold. Information is currency. And you're the richest man in England who nobody sees coming. But here's the thing about Tudor power. It's always temporary. Always. You've watched Thomas More go from Henry's best friend to the Tower for refusing to accept him as head of the church. You've seen Thomas Cromwell rising fast. Too fast. He has the look of a man who'll do anything to survive. You don't trust him. You should trust him even less. Evening arrives. You attend the king one final time before bed. Another private moment. Another chance to hear his unfiltered thoughts. Sometimes he's melancholy. Sometimes he voices regrets. You listen. You don't always offer solutions because there aren't always any. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is bear witness to a king's humanity. You ensure he's comfortable, then walk back to your chambers through dark corridors. Your hands smell of rosewater despite thorough washing. Your back aches from bowing. Your mind races with everything you learned, everything you need to remember, everyone you need to speak with tomorrow. You're managing an empire from a bathroom. You're one of the most influential men in England. And absolutely nobody outside the inner circle understands how you did it. But here's the twist you don't see coming. In 4 years, you'll be dead. Henry will convince himself you're Anne Boleyn's lover. It won't be true. You'll have been nothing but loyal. But truth doesn't matter when a king needs scapegoats. May 1536, your head will roll into a basket on Tower Hill. The same intimate access that made you powerful will be reframed as evidence of betrayal. You got too close, knew too much, mattered too greatly. The man who controlled England from the bathroom couldn't control his own fate. Because in the Tudor court, there was only one rule. The king's paranoia always, eventually wins. But tonight, you don't know that yet. Tonight, you're Sir Henry Norris, Groom of the Stool, one of the most powerful men in England. You traded dignity for power with the skill of a master craftsman. And for a few brief years, you proved that sometimes the throne that matters most isn't the one in the Great Hall. It's the one in the Privy Chamber,